I got here by I started out at State Farm Insurance after college, and I was working as a network administrator and decided I wanted to do something more creative. So I started doing web design to build my department's website, and just kind of self-taught myself how to do that, and got online and learned HTML and CSS and JavaScript. Eventually, I applied for a job at the state of Montana in here in Helena, and moved myself and my wife and my 2-year-old son, who is now a freshman here at Carroll, I moved us to Helena, and I was there for about 3 years, and then I came to Carroll and got a job as a web designer, and now I'm working in the marketing and communications department.
Awesome.
I do a number of things. My primary position is to run the website, so I make lots and lots of updates to the website, www.carroll.edu, and I do a lot of photography for the school. I do a lot of video for the school, so I make commercials and things like that, and do other kinds of video. And then I used to do social media, but we hired someone else to do that, so I'm very thankful I don't have to do that anymore. I also run the digital screens across campus and make all sorts of graphics and do fun stuff like that. And I also teach CS213 web design development, and that is a class that is pretty much every semester. The most important part of the information system is people. It's vital that when you're building something, any kind of piece of technology, that it meets the needs of its customers. So you cannot implement something that is unusable to someone who's using it. So you have to build something. You need to find out what people's needs are, how they're going to use it, and build it to that specification. The most common problems that I run into, miscommunication between people. When I also run the events calendar, I've noticed that when people are trying to set things up, they don't know what they're supposed to do. It's my job to try to communicate clearly with people in order to get the word out about events or how things are done on the website or whatever. So I would say communicating with people is probably the most difficult thing. Working with actual computers or anything like that, they only do what you tell them to do. But for whatever reason, you people don't do what I tell you to do. So that's the most common problem. Well, the ones I specifically are dealing with are a content management system called Drupal. That's what runs our website. So I'm dealing with that. I deal with databases like MySQL and the campus database called Colleague. I am typically dealing, what was the question with technology? What technologies or what systems? Systems, okay. I am dealing with something called Rise Vision, which is the software that manages our campus screens. What else am I doing? I'm dealing a lot with Google. I do a lot of stuff with Google. So Google Analytics, Google, we do all of our video stuff is on YouTube. We do a lot with social media, so I do a lot on social media stuff with that. And what other systems? Oh, I'm starting to deal more and more with, are you familiar with Handshake? Have you heard about Handshake? Yep. So we're doing more with Handshake, LinkedIn, and our mobile app, Lucian's mobile app. So I have to deal a lot with that system. And yeah. Well, I have to stay on top of everything. So when I am teaching CS202, I have to constantly be looking at what are the latest revisions or updates of HTML5 or CSS3, the newest technologies in scripting. I have to be able to relay and communicate that to students. And it's great because it actually keeps me on top of my game as far as what I do here in my job, as far as that goes. And then, of course, I have to stay on top of all the Adobe software because I use a ton of Adobe software like Photoshop and Dreamweaver and Premiere, which is a video editing system. And I'm constantly watching videos, subscribing to blogs, trying to stay on top of everything. So during the school year, the summer is awesome because you guys aren't here. So from fall to spring, that's when I'm the busiest because that's when the events are going on. That's when I'm taking photos of everyone. That's when I'm shooting videos. That's when I'm updating the calendar. It's when I'm updating all of the screens. So the school year is way more busy than the summer. My favorite part of my job is working with students, by far. Not even a close second. I love having students come to my office. I love seeing them on campus. I love chatting with them. I love teaching them. I love pretty much everything to do with students, and which is one of my primary reasons why I work on a college campus rather than at a business.